Folks, it's Sunday, May 31st, 2020, and we've done well so far, kind of tracking the bull from our May lows, and we expected a sharp move higher, and obviously we stand roughly 300 handles above the May 3rd, 4th, and the May 13th lows approximately. Um, June is going to be a local top, and by local top, I mean at least for multiple weeks, lasting into July. So, a major daily degree wave is going to be ending in June. Uh, the best week to kind of log additional points higher is this week, and after this week, end of this week, and I'll show you why. Um, we need to be packing up um, long-term longs a little bit. I don't expect a massive crash or anything, but there is going to be a correction into July. So this is an important update. Um, 3157 roughly here is a major resistance, and that is where currently the COVID bear has a stronghold or a chokehold on the market. So my expectation is that we end up testing that this week, and with some more room, if the signals are okay, to kind of you know, oops, sorry about that, to kind of recycle and rebuild towards a fifth wave higher into potentially OPEX. Now, I don't expect that the chunk of the down move would happen in June. I think the top will happen in June, but I think the chunk of down move will come in July. And if you look at the Hertz cycles, yeah, I was constantly pointing you towards the bullish supposition of the 33, 60, 90, and 45. And as of last week's close, this still stands in a very bullish position, as you can see. So where would July correction end? What would it aim for? It would basically aim for 360. And by that time, this line would have actually risen, something like that. And in the market will retest that in July. And the post-COVID 2020 bull will still not be over here. But let's not get too far ahead. We still have to trace and track the remaining June bull. So hopefully we get it right. Okay. So with that expectation, let's kind of look at the technical models as to where we are. Looking at the monthly VIX cycles, this is June 1st. And I kind of extended this by, for the trading week. Normally I just show the next trading day just to give you a sense if, any kind of turns start happening. So once again, if you look at it, it's actually riding the upper bullish line, and it's pretty far away from the midline, which kind of signals start of a bear, which currently resides at 2932.99 and rising. So, just start watching out for any daily close that's below the monthly wave green line, and these will change based on VIX closes every day. So for now, it's 3033.53. Okay, and once again, it's a daily close below this that is the first warning sign. It's not necessarily a sign of bear arrival, but it's the first warning shot. So the monthly cycles are still bullish. Looking at the daily cycles, once again bullish, closing above 3039.01. In terms of the Monday bar, I expect a large move, and given all the models and the read of the cycles, I think the large move is upwards. The max extent of this move is going to be 85 ES points. So somewhere between 64 to 85 ES points is possible. A full 85 would obviously take it to the upper line where it's an obvious sell and fold your longs for if you're carrying them from last week. Investors can still keep holding on, but reducing your exposure on a multi-week basis, let's just say even by 10%, would be a good idea. Now looking at the timing calendar for S&P, um, we had a low here on 527, which is a bang low right here. Then we had another low hit on the cycles on 529 on Friday, which is forecast. And then if you look at it, cycles wise, I don't see any way to say that we're in bearish mode and we're still moving higher into Friday. And a Friday CIT means the strength should persist into Friday close. Now it's highly likely price wise we could top out here, but markets are more than likely to hang into um, 610. That's 610 after hours. I think this is where long exposure should be reduced. But eventually, the momentum for the next phase of the bear or the mini bear would be starting from 6:15 after hours. And if you have to completely time it, it's like 6:16 after hours for a multi-week position on the bearish side. So midpoint of this flat series is 6.2. I expect we get a gap higher, and 5:30 was a high, possibly to be reflected on the next trading day as a 6.1 high. And I would predict that it's a high after the close in 6 to 7 p.m. And then from there we should get a recycle down into June 2nd. There's a smart CIT. I only published one for this week at 7:02 p.m. on Tuesday evening. If that comes in low, one could be long into the weekly close. Of course, you should profit at any point you feel like. Looking at the monthly Gann pivots in the Michan model, the Gann pivots for the month of June are 3016.51. Any daily close below this is a warning. The bear is already started, and even though the cycle shows up, this might just be stuck up without any price gains. For those of who you're still picking up the lingo, stuck up means it can be sideways to higher or just sideways without any additional price gains. Looking at the Elliott wave positioning, once again, I just don't see any bearish signs in this as of last week's close. If anything, the next target is 3075.04. If that succeeded, next one is 3105.76, and the final one is 3059.38, which is very close to the chokehold of the bear, COVID bear, at 3159.13. I think this might end up being the largest extent on the upside for June. And if by any chance this is exceeded, then 3218.61 comes into light. And remember, from the Gann model, we have the monthly pivot for June, or the make or break level MOB, as 3016 over here, 0.51. From here, monthly Gann cycles, the I basically take the full extent of the bullish cycle and the full extent of the bearish cycle for the month and divide it into equal portions. I do quarters, half, and obviously full. So quarter, half, and full. So the full extent of down cycle is 2939.39. Full half extent is 2991.85. I don't think we give up this level in June. Of course, below this is again a warning shot. And I would say, given the mob from Gann model, um, the warning shot is roughly 3016, 3018 SPX on a daily close, lower than that. So once again, these targets have lit up on the Elliott Waves model, and I think we should clear them out this week, but all depends on this opening move. These are the hourly cycles. Um, don't be frightened by these showing as moving down. I think we may get an initial down move, but eventually we go higher and then recycle into the Tuesday CIT. Don't go by the price levels. We'll have to rely on the kind of move higher we get on Monday and then stay stuck up. So, from a day trading point of view, um, this CIT obviously is the best time to act, and that way you can avoid the vagaries of what happens with this large move, this 84-point move that the model is showing into Monday, close Monday after hours. So this is an oddball. If by any chance this goes down, then 3057 minus max 84 would be 2972 on the ES, and that can be bought for a retest of last week's highs, just in case the up cycles are petering out. So that's the update, and good luck, and I'll see you on the board this week.